and he was playing the piano. He was visiting some relatives, and his 4-year-old niece came up to him and said, "That's boring. Play this," and put her book of the story of Babar the Elephant on the piano. And he said, "Okay." And he started to improvise the piano and telling this story. And all the neighborhood kids came, and it became such a success that he wrote the piece, the story of Babar the Elephant. It was originally written for 2 pianos, and it's been orchestrated in several arrangements. This arrangement is by a British composer named David Matthews. So for any good story, we need a storyteller to tell you a story. So what also do we need to do to hear the story? We need to listen. So I want you all to put on your listening ears and listen to our story as the music tells us and illustrates Babar and his adventures. So we're going to do this in English and Spanish. So would you please welcome Mr. Laz Martino, who is our storyteller. And this is the story of Babar the Elephant.
In the great forest, a little elephant was born. His name was Babar. En el gran selva ha nacido un elefante. Se llama Babar. His mother loved him dearly and used to rock him to sleep with her trunk, singing to him softly the while. Su mamá lo quiere mucho. Para que se duerma, lo acuna con la trompa mientras le canta dulcemente. Babar grew fast. Soon he was playing with the other baby elephants. He was one of the nicest of them. Babar ha crecido. Ahora juega con los otros elefantitos. Es uno de los más guapos. El que cava en la arena con una concha. Look at him digging in the sand with a shell. One day, Babar was having a lovely ride on his mother's back. Un día Babar estaba paseando muy divertido sobre la espalda de su madre. Suddenly, a cruel hunter, hiding behind a bush, shot him. De repente, un cruel cazador, escondido detrás de un arbusto, les disparó. The hunter killed Babar's mother. El cazador mató a la mamá de Babar. The monkey hid himself. The birds flew away. The hunter ran up to catch poor Babar. El mono se escondió, los pájaros volaron. El cazador intentó atrapar al pobre Babar. Babar was frightened and ran away from the hunter. Babar estaba muy asustado y huyó del cazador corriendo sin parar. Some days, tired and footsore, he came to a town. He was amazed, for it was the first time he had ever seen so many houses. Después de algunos días, cansado y con sus pies adoloridos, Babar llegó a una ciudad. Se quedó asombrado porque era la primera vez que veía tantas casas. What strange things he saw! Beautiful avenues, motor cars, and motor buses. ¿Cuántas cosas extrañas vio? Hermosas avenidas, automóviles y autobuses de motor. But what interested Babar the most of all was two gentlemen he met in the street. He thought to himself,
"What lovely clothes they've got. I wish I had some too. But how can I get them?"
pero lo que más llamaba la atención de Babar fueron dos caballeros que vio en la calle. Él pensó,
¡Qué ropa más linda tienen! A mí me gustaría tenerla también. Pero ¿cómo podré conseguirla?
luckily, he was seen by a very rich lady who understood little elephants and knew at once that he was longing for a smart suit. He loved making others happy, so she gave him her purse.
Thank you, madam.
Said Babar. Por suerte, una señora muy rica, a quien le gustaba mucho los elefantitos, comprendió que Babar deseaba tener un traje bonito. Como le encantaba hacer felices a los demás, le dio un monedero. Babar le dijo,
Muchas gracias, señora.
Now Babar made his home in the old lady's house. Every morning, they did their exercises together. And then Babar had his bath. Babar vive ahora en la casa de la amable viejita. Por las mañanas hacen gimnasia juntos y después Babar toma un baño. Every day he drove out in the car, the old lady bought him. She gave him everything that he wanted. Todos los días pasea en el automóvil que le compró la viejita. Ella le da todo lo que él quiere. And yet, Babar was not altogether happy. He could no longer play about in the great forest with his little cousins and his friends, the monkeys. Y sin embargo, Babar no está totalmente feliz porque no puede jugar con sus primitos ni con sus amigos, los monos. He often gazed out the window. A menudo miraba por la ventana, dreaming of his childhood, pensando en su infancia. And when he thought of his dear mother, y cuando recordaba a su querida madre, he used to cry. Se acachaba a llorar. 2 years passed by. Pasaron 2 años. One day, he was out for a walk when he met 2 little elephants with no clothes on.
Why, here are Arthur and Celeste, my 2 little cousins.
He cried in amazement to the old lady. Un día Babar salió a pasear y se encontró con 2 elefantitos completamente desnudos.
Pero si son Arturo y Celeste, mis 2 primitos.
Le dijo asombrado a la viejita. Babar hugged Arthur and Celeste and took them to buy some lovely clothes. Babar abrazó a Arturo y a Celeste y los llevó a comprarles ropa muy bonita. He took them next to a tea shop, where they had some delicious cakes. Después lo invitó a una dulcería, donde disfrutaron de deliciosos pasteles. in the great forest, all the elephants were searching for Arthur and Celeste, and their mothers grew more anxious. Mientras tanto, la gran selva, todos los elefantes trataban de encontrar a Arturo y Celeste mientras sus mamás se preocupaban cada vez más. Luckily, an old bird flying over the town had spied them and hurried back to tell the elephants. Por suerte, el viejo pájaro que volaba sobre la ciudad los había espiado y se apresuró a contárselo a los elefantes. The mothers went to town to fetch Arthur and Celeste. They were very glad when they found them, but they scolded them all the same for having run away. Las mamás de Arturo y Celeste fueron a buscarlos a la ciudad. Se pusieron muy contentas cuando los encontraron, pero regañaron por haber huido. Babar made up his mind to return to the great forest with Arthur and Celeste and their mothers. Babar decidió regresar, él también, a la gran selva con Arturo y Celeste y sus mamás. When everything was ready for the journey, Babar kissed his old friend goodbye. He promised to come back to her and never to forget her. The old lady was left alone, sadly thinking,
When shall I see my little Babar again?
Cuando estuvo listo para el viaje, Babar se despidió de su vieja amiga con un abrazo, prometiéndole volver y jamás olvidarla. La viejita se sintió muy sola y pensó tristemente,
¿Cuándo veré de nuevo a mi pequeño Babar?
off they went. There was no room for the mother elephants in the car. So they ran behind, lifting their trunks so as to not breathe in the dust. Y se marcharon. No había sitio en el coche para las mamás elefantes. Por eso, ellas corrieron detrás con la trompa levantada para no respirar el polvo. Alas, that very day, the king of the elephants, during his walk, had eaten a bad mushroom. Ay, ese mismo día, el rey de los elefantes, durante su caminata, había comido una seta mala. It had poisoned him. He had been very ill. La seta lo había envenenado. Estuvo muy enfermo. So ill that he had died. Tan enfermo que había muerto. It was a terrible misfortune. Fue una desgracia terrible. After his funeral, the oldest elephants met together to choose a new king. Después del funeral, los elefantes más ancianos se reunieron para elegir a un nuevo rey. Just at that moment, they heard a noise and turned around. What a wonderful sight they saw! It was Babar arriving in his car, with all the elephants running and shouting, "Here they are! Here they are! They have come back! Hello, Babar! Hello, Arthur! Hello, Celeste! What lovely clothes! What a beautiful car!" Justo en ese momento, escucharon un ruido y se miraron para ver qué pasaba. Entonces vieron un maravilloso espectáculo. Era Babar, que llegaba en su coche, con todos sus elefantes corriendo y gritando, ¡Ya están aquí! ¡Ya están aquí! ¡Han vuelto! ¡Hola Babar! ¡Hola Arturo! ¡Hola Celeste! ¡Qué trajes más bonitos! ¡Qué coche más hermoso! Then Cornelius, the oldest of elephants of them all, said in a quivering voice,
"My dear friends, we must have a new king. Why not choose Babar? He has come back from the town where he has lived among men and learnt much. Let us offer him the crown."
Entonces Cornelio, el elefante más viejo de todos, dijo con voz tremorosa,
Mis queridos amigos, estamos buscando un nuevo rey. ¿Por qué no elegir a Babar? Viene de la ciudad, ha vivido con los hombres y ha aprendido muchas cosas. Debemos ofrecerle la corona.
all the elephants thought that Cornelius had spoken wisely, and they listened eagerly to hear what Babar would say. Todos los elefantes pensaron que Cornelio había hablado sabiduría y escucharon con mucho interés la respuesta de Babar.
I thank you all.
Said Babar.
But before accepting the crown, I must tell you that on our journey in the car, Celeste and I got engaged to be married. If I became your king, Les doy gracias a todos.
dijo Babar.
Pero antes de aceptar la corona, debo decirles que durante nuestro viaje, Celeste y yo nos comprometimos para casarnos. Si me convierto en rey, ella será la reina.
Long live Queen Celeste! Long live King Babar! The elephant shouted with one voice. ¡Viva la reina Celeste! ¡Viva el rey Babar! Gritaron los elefantes a la vez. And that is how Babar became, y así es como Babar se convirtió, the king, el rey.
Cornelius,
Said Babar,
you have such good ideas that I shall make you a general. And when I get my crown, I will give you my hat. In a week's time, I am going to marry Celeste. We will have a grand party to celebrate our marriage and coronation. Cornelia,
said Babar.
tus ideas son tan buenas que voy a nombrarle a usted general. Y cuando reciba mi corona, te daré mi sombrero. En una semana voy a casarme con Celeste. Tendremos una gran fiesta para celebrar nuestro matrimonio y nuestra coronación.
And Babar asked the birds to take invitations to all the animals. Y Babar pidió a los pájaros que entregaran invitaciones a todos los animales. The guests began to arrive. Los invitados comenzaron a llegar. Who went to town to buy some fine wedding clothes, que fue al pueblo a comprar ropa fina para la boda, brought them just in time for the ceremony. Regresó justo a tiempo para la ceremonia. The wedding of Babar, la boda de Babar. Babar's coronation, la coronación de Babar. After the wedding and the coronation, everyone danced merrily. Después de la boda y la coronación, todos bailaron con gran alegría. Birds sang with the orchestra. Los pájaros cantaban con la orquesta. The party was over. La fiesta había terminado. Night fell. Cayó la noche y las estrellas salieron, and the stars came out. Los corazones del rey Babar y la reina celeste, the hearts of King Babar and Queen Celeste, se llenaron de sueños felices, were filled with happy dreams. Entonces el mundo entero se quedó dormido. Then the world slept. Los invitados regresaron a sus casas muy contentos. The guests had gone home very pleased, pero muy cansados por haber bailado tanto, but very tired after dancing so much. Y por siempre todos recordarán esta maravillosa fiesta. For many a long day, they will remember this wonderful ball. Fin. The end.
And thanks to you. This is the last concert of our season, so please make sure you have our website and check in a couple months so that you can be sure to know what we're going to be playing next year. And join us for juice and cookies. Thank you so much. Have a great